All right, we just looked at interpreting box and whisker plots, so now let's look at creating a box and whisker plot. So to make a box and whisker plot, you're going to follow these 5 steps. Number 1, place the numbers in numerical order. Number 2, find the 5-number summary for the data set. That's going to include your lower extreme, upper extreme, quartile 1, quartile 2, and quartile 3, which will all be medians. That'll make your box. Make a number line, or on a given number line, plot the 5-number summary. So the quartiles are going to make the box. The extremes are going to make the whiskers. If you have one median, do not use it to find the median of the lower or upper quartile. It will be the middle number. Example of data with one median. Notice that the median 8 is not used to find the median of the upper and lower quartile. So if we look at this set of numbers that are placed in order, numerical order from least to greatest, we can see that there is one number in the middle. So we would not include it in our set of data to the left or to the right. And it would in itself be the median. So the median would be 8. So at this point, you would then find the median of your lower quartile numbers and then the median of your upper. Then you will have your quartile 1, quartile 2, quartile 3. Now, if you have 2 medians versus 1, this one had 1, but if you have 2 medians, you're going to add them together, divide by 2, and you will use both of your medians when you're splitting your data into your lower and upper quartiles. So this one is different from this particular set of data because it does not have one number in the middle. It actually has 2, 86 and 87. Because to the left of it, you've got 3 numbers. To the right, you have 3 numbers. So that leaves 2 numbers in the middle. Different from here, where you have 4 values and 4 values and a definite number in the middle. So when you have 2 numbers, you're going to add these 2 numbers together. 86 plus 87 is 173. And then you are going to divide by 2 because there are 2 numbers. So 173 divided by 2 is 86 and a half. So as you can see, 86 and a half is your median of the entire set of data. So that's going to be your quartile 2. The numbers 86 and 87 are used to find the median of the lower and upper quartiles. So now here, 86 is included in finding the median in this set of data. And you'll notice that there are 2 numbers in the middle. So you will have to find the median here. So we know that the middle of 79 and 80 would be 79 and a half. Or you can add the 2 numbers together and divide by 2. Here, 87 and 94 are in the middle. So since you have 2 numbers, you can add the 2 numbers together. 87 plus 94, divide by 2, and that would give you 90 and a half for quartile 3, your upper quartile. All right, so let's move to the inside. So we have a set of data here, and this is lifespan in years. So refer to the table above. It shows average lifespan of 21 mammals. Now, it kind of goes ahead and tells us how many numbers we have. So it always is important that when you get them listed that you make sure that you didn't leave any out. All right, so we are ordering our numbers in numerical order, so least to greatest. And so as you can see, we have a 1 here. I'm going to start way over here because there's a lot of numbers here. And then we have a 3 here and a 3 here. So 3s would be next. And then we have 1, 4. And then we have 5 and 5. and we have a 6, and then we have 7 and 7, 8 and 8, 10, 10, 10, we have, let's see, 12, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 35. All right. So what we're going to do now is we are going to find our 5-number summary. So we can start with our lower extreme and our upper extreme. Now I'm going to group these together, lower quartile, median, and upper quartile, because that's what's going to make our box. Our lower extreme and our upper extreme will make the whiskers. So obviously this is going to be our lower extreme number. So that's going to be 1. And then our upper extreme is going to be 35. All right, now we're going to focus on the box, which is finding the median of the entire set of data. So what you can do is start on both ends and work your way into the center, one number at a time, or think about there's 21 numbers, so how many numbers would you have on the right and the left? Is there a number in the middle? So if we work our way into the center, which I've kind of counted here, and that's going to be, that's going to make this 8 right here in the center. Okay, so we definitely have one number in the center, and that is going to separate this lower quartile from the upper quartile. Okay. So just to double check, you'll always need to count your numbers. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we do have them evenly distributed and a definite number in the middle. Now what that's going to mean is this is our median, 8. So we'll put 8 there. And now what we are going to do is we are going to find the lower quartile, which means finding the median of this lower set of data. And then we're going to find the upper quartile, which is going to be the median of the upper set of data. So what I like to do is I like to kind of cross them off from lower, upper as far as the numbers, and work my way into the center, and then I can see that I actually have 2 numbers in the center. Now when we had 2, remember it said you can add them together and divide by 2. However, we know that if they're both 5, then that's going to come out to 5, because 5 plus 5 is 10, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. So our lower quartile number would be 5. So we'll do the same thing for the upper quartile, marking off the values until we work our way to the center. And make sure that you're watching what you're doing so that you make sure you're marking off 1 on each side. That way you can tell if you have 1 or 2 numbers in the middle. So one way you could check is just to count them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 on the right. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 on the left. So with both of them being 12, then we know that our upper quartile is going to be 12. Now this is lifespan in years, so this means 1 year, 5 years, 8 years, 12 years, 35 years. Now what we are going to do, now that we have our 5-number summary, this is all we need to draw our box and whisker plot. Okay, so what I personally like to do is I like to start with my box, which is going to be all your quartiles, quartile 1, quartile 2, quartile 3. And that will make our box. So I'm going to plot the lower quartile at 5. So we're going to go here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Above 5, you're going to place a dot there. And then we need our median, which is quartile 2, which is at 8. So here's 6, 7, 8. So we're going to come up from there, and we're going to plot that point. And then our upper quartile is going to be quartile 3, which is at 12. So here's 11, and here's 12. Now, sometimes people like to do this with rulers, but we can just, do the best we can to draw some straight lines. And obviously, I already didn't draw a straight line there, but so anyway, we're going to connect this. And then we draw our line down the median of the entire set of data, which was the 8. So that will make your box. Now your lower extreme and your upper extreme, if you remember, we said that at the beginning, that will make your whiskers. So what we're going to do is our lower extreme is 1. So I'm going to come up here. I'm going to plot that, and that's going to make that whisker there. And then our upper extreme, which is 35. Way down here, and then we are going to do our best to try to draw a straight line all the way to there. Okay, now we're going to answer a few questions. Number 3, what fraction of the data is between 5 and 12? So notice they asked as a fraction. So if we look at 5 and we look at 12, this is going to be 25% and 25%, which is 50%. So 50% as a fraction is 1/2. 50% is 1/2. The next question says, what percent of the data is above the lower quartile? So our lower quartile is here. Okay, so this would be 25% and 25% and 25%, which is 75%. Okay, find the inner quartile range. The inner quartile is our box. So we are going to want that upper quartile number and our lower quartile number. So our upper quartile was 12, our lower quartile was 5. So we want 12 minus 5, and that's going to equal 7. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop the video here and go to video 2 for the next one. You might want to try this one on your own before playing that video.